Have you ever wanted to generate your own custom music, cinematic hits, or UI sounds right inside ComfyUI? Well, you're in the right place. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how to use Stable Audio 3 in ComfyUI. We're going to walk through the entire workflow together, fix those annoying missing model errors, place your files in the exact right folders, and generate our very first audio clip from a simple text prompt. Before we jump into ComfyUI, let's quickly talk about what Stable Audio 3 actually is. Stable Audio 3 is a text-to-audio model. That means you can describe the type of sound you want, and the model generates rich stereo audio from that description. You can ask for background music, you can ask for cinematic trailer hits, you can generate game sound effects, ambient loops, instrument ideas, app notification sounds, one-shot samples, and a lot more. So instead of searching through random sound libraries for the perfect effect, you can describe what you need and generate something custom. That is what makes this workflow so useful. It is not only for music, it is also great for sound design. Now, before we install anything, let's break down the Stable Audio 3 model family so you know exactly what you are working with. There are small models, a medium model, and a large model. The small models are the lightweight options. Stable Audio 3 Small Music is designed for music generation, runs on CPU, has 433 million parameters, and can generate up to 120 seconds of audio. Then there is Stable Audio 3 Small SFX, which has the same size and same 120 second limit, but it is focused on sound effects instead of music. These are nice if you want something lighter, but the model we really care about today is Stable Audio 3 Medium. This is the best local option for high quality generation inside ComfyUI. It runs on your GPU, has 1.4 billion parameters, and can generate up to 380 seconds of audio. That is a huge jump. So if you want longer music clips, cinematic atmospheres, richer sound effects, or more polished audio ideas, Stable Audio 3 Medium is the one you want to focus on for this setup. There is also Stable Audio 3 Large, which has 2.7 billion parameters and is designed for even higher quality. But there is one important catch: the large model is API only. That means it is not the local ComfyUI model we are using in this tutorial. So for this video, we are going to focus on Stable Audio 3 Medium because that is the practical option for running locally. And one more nice bonus: the GitHub repository code is released under the MIT license. Alright, now let's open ComfyUI. Once ComfyUI is open, go to Templates, then filter by audio and search for Stable Audio 3. You will probably see two workflow options. One is Stable Audio 3 Medium Base, the other is Stable Audio 3 Medium. Now this part can be confusing at first, so let me make it simple. The Medium Base workflow is the straightforward version. You write your prompt, select the model, choose the duration, and generate the audio. Very simple, very direct. The standard medium workflow has an extra reprompt system powered by Qwen. That means you can type a very basic idea, and Qwen can expand that idea into a more detailed audio prompt before sending it to Stable Audio 3. So if you want full control, use Medium Base. If you want AI to help improve your prompt before generation, use the standard medium workflow. For this tutorial, either one can work, but I'll explain the settings so you understand what is happening. Now when you load the workflow, there is a good chance you will see red errors. And I know that looks scary, but don't panic. This usually does not mean the workflow is broken. It simply means ComfyUI cannot find the model files yet. This is probably the most common issue when loading this workflow for the first time. To fix it, go to the workflow overview or the error notification area and click Show Missing Models. Make sure you are looking at the Error tab. This tab is very important because it tells you exactly which files ComfyUI is trying to find. In my case, I need the Stable Audio checkpoint and the text encoders for the medium base workflow. The checkpoint file is usually called Stable Audio 3 Medium Base Safe Tensors. That checkpoint file needs to go inside your ComfyUI models folder under checkpoints. So the path is ComfyUI models checkpoints. Next, you need the text encoders. You are looking for the Qwen Safe Tensors file and the T5 Gemma Safe Tensors file. These go inside your ComfyUI models folder under text encoders. So the path is ComfyUI modules, checkpoints. Next, you need the text encoders. You are looking for the Qwen SafeTensors file and the T5 Gemma SafeTensors file. These go inside your ComfyUI modules folder under text encoders. So the path is ComfyUI modules, text encoders. Just to recap, the stable audio checkpoint goes into modules, checkpoints. The Qwen and T5 Gemma text encoders go into modules, text encoders. And here is a small but important detail. If you choose the non-base medium workflow, your checkpoint file may be named stable audio 3 medium SafeTensors instead of stable audio 3 medium base SafeTensors. So don't guess the file names. Always check the missing modules tab because ComfyUI will tell you exactly what it needs. Once the files are in the right folders, refresh ComfyUI or restart it completely. And just like that, those red missing module errors should disappear. Now we can focus on the most important part of the workflow, the audio generation node. This is basically the control center. The first important field is the prompt box or user input. This is where you describe the audio you want. And this is where people usually make the first mistake. They write something too simple like jazz music. That can work, but it does not give the model enough direction. A better prompt would be smooth lounge jazz trio with warm piano chords, upright bass, brushed drums, soft saxophone melody, and smoky evening club atmosphere. That gives the model the genre, instruments, mood, and setting. For sound effects, you want to describe the source, the material, the movement, and the environment. For example, instead of writing door sound, write heavy sci-fi spaceship door opening with hydraulic hiss, servo motors, metal panel slide, low mechanical rumble, and pressurized air release. That is much stronger. And for UI sounds, keep it short but specific. For example, premium app success chime with 2 bright notes, soft shimmer tail, clean digital polish, and modern mobile interface feel. So the trick is not just writing more words. The trick is giving the model useful audio information. Style, instrument, mood, energy, texture, movement, space. That is what makes the result better. Next, we have duration. This controls how long the generated audio clip will be. For short UI sounds, try 1 to 3 seconds. For quick sound effects, 2 to 5 seconds is usually enough. For ambience, you might want 10 to 30 seconds. For music, I recommend starting with 15 or 20 seconds first. Don't immediately generate a very long clip when you are still testing the prompt. Start short, find the sound you like, then increase the duration once the style is working. Next is the seed. Think of the seed as the variation controller. If you keep the same prompt and the same seed, you should get a very similar result again. But if you change the seed, the model gives you a different version. So if the audio is close but not perfect, don't immediately delete the whole prompt. First, try changing the seed. Sometimes the prompt is good, but the variation is not the one you want. Next, we have use Reprompt. This is where the Qwen powered workflow becomes really useful. If use Reprompt is turned on, Qwen takes your simple idea and expands it into a stronger audio prompt. For example, if you type dark cinematic trailer hit, Qwen might expand it with details like deep sub-bass, metallic impact layers, tension risers, long reverb tail, and dramatic trailer atmosphere. That can be extremely helpful when you want the AI to brainstorm the sound design for you. But if you already wrote a detailed prompt and you want stable audio 3 to follow your exact wording, then turn use Reprompt off. So here is the simple rule. Turn Reprompt on when your idea is basic. Turn Reprompt off when your prompt is already detailed. Next is prompt category. This tells the Reprompt system what kind of audio you are trying to create. Choose music if you want a full track or musical background. Choose instrument if you want isolated loops like a drum groove, bass line, guitar riff, or piano idea. Choose SFX if you want environmental sounds, mechanical sounds, cinematic effects, or general sound design. Choose one shot if you want a quick isolated sound like a snare hit, impact, button click, notification sound, or UI chime. This matters because a music prompt and a sound effect prompt need different language. A music prompt needs style, rhythm, instruments, and mood. A sound effect prompt needs source, motion, texture, impact, and environment. Now, before we run the workflow, check the model fields. Your checkpoint should point to the stable audio 3 model file. Your stable audio text encoder should point to T5 Gemma, and your Qwen text encoder should point to Qwen. If any of those are missing from the drop-downs, that usually means the files are not in the correct folders, or ComfyUI needs to be refreshed or restarted. Now it is time for the first test. In the prompt box, I'm going to type smooth jazz piano lounge with upright bass, brushed drums, soft saxophone melody, and warm smoky evening atmosphere. I'll set the duration to 20 seconds. I'll leave the seed on random. I'll keep use reprompt turned on, and I'll set the category to music. Now I'll hit run. ComfyUI is processing the workflow, loading the model, generating the audio, and sending the result to the audio save node. Once it finishes, open the output and listen to the result. Now, if the result sounds good, great, you can keep it, save it, and use it in your project. But if it sounds almost right and just needs a different flavor, change the seed and run it again. If it completely misses the style, then your prompt probably needs to be more specific. For example, if jazz music gives you something too random, rewrite it as smooth lounge jazz trio with warm piano chords, upright bass, brush drums, soft saxophone melody, slow relaxed tempo, and smoky club ambience. That gives Stable Audio 3 a much clearer target. Now let's test a sound effect. For this one, I'll use futuristic spaceship door opening with hydraulic hiss, servo motors, metal panel slide, low mechanical rumble, and pressurized air release. For duration, I'll use 4 seconds. For category, I'll choose SFX. And for this type of prompt, I might keep Reprompt on if I want extra sound design details. Now hit run again. This is where Stable Audio 3 becomes really useful for creators, because you can quickly generate custom effects for videos, games, animations, YouTube intros, transitions, or cinematic scenes. Stable Audio 3 Medium is a seriously powerful local audio generation option, especially if you are already using ComfyUI for image, video, or AI creative workflows. You can use it for background music, cinematic sound effects, game audio, app sounds, ambient environments, and quick audio ideas for your videos. And because the Medium model can generate longer clips, it gives you a lot more flexibility than just tiny sound effects. So if you are building AI videos, short films, tutorials, game scenes, animations, or social media content, this is one of those workflows that can save you a lot of time. Instead of searching for the right sound, you can create it. And that is the real power here. If you found this tutorial helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more ComfyUI and AI workflow tutorials, and let me know in the comments what you want me to test next.